Let's begin by settling the body, adopting a stable, comfortable, upright position serviceable for meditation. So think about keeping our feet flat and our back straight, torso open, hands in the lap, right over left, with the palms upturned and the thumbs gently touching. Our eyes are gently closed or slightly open, making sure we let in enough light to remain alert. And try to maintain an awareness of not slouching, not leaning. And so let go of any unnecessary tension in the body, relaxing into a stable, comfortable, upright position, just allowing the body to fall into place. And begin to move your awareness inward away from sights and sounds, constraining your awareness to the body and mind. And begin to concentrate that awareness in the present by attending closely to the physical sensation that accompanies the in-breath and the out-breath, in the space and the opening of the nostrils. Trying to notice quickly when anything other than that one physical sensation is arising in the mind. And then to lift your awareness up from those distractions and place it gently but firmly again and again on the breath. And then when the mind feels more calm, we'll generate a broad, altruistic motivation for our time. So we think in terms of our own life that 24 hours a day we ourselves are trying to get something good for ourselves, trying to avoid any unpleasantness, any problems, suffering of any kind. I think everyone that I meet is doing exactly the same thing. Whatever their outward appearance, whatever their actions, whatever their views, their philosophy, they are just trying to be happy, just like I am. And for them, their happiness is just as important as mine is to me. And their suffering is just as sharp as mine. And my right to accomplish my interests, my aims, is equal to those of all other sentient beings. The one difference is that I myself am only one, and all other sentient beings are innumerable, limitless. And so to work to secure my own happiness while ignoring the needs of others would be completely inappropriate. The real essence of my life is to go beyond that narrow perspective, to be able to benefit others, to work for their welfare. And so to accomplish that goal, I myself will deeply familiarize my mind with virtue, those states of mind that naturally, spontaneously support beneficial activity. And I will separate my mind from non-virtue, states of mind that agitate, disturb my own peace, often motivating me to harm those around me. And that process of transforming my mind is the purpose of my time. And then with that motivation, if we contemplate more deeply this mind of self-centeredness, you can contemplate the results that arise from following the self-centered mind. You can see that the self centered mind is the source of all of the misery, the challenges, the difficulties in my life. And adopting an attitude of cherishing others is the source of all happiness. Think back over the last months, last years, recognizing how often you go into social situations with the wish to secure your own happiness above those of others. Recognize how narrow, how uptight that perspective is in the mind, how fearful, how fragile the mind becomes. This attitude of searching for what is in it for me leaves no spaciousness in the mind and creates numerous opportunities for my mind to be upset, disturbed. And go into these situations with the expectation that everyone around me will be kind, treat me well, act in beneficial ways. It just constantly gives rise to disappointment. We become overly sensitive, easily hurt. Think back in your own direct experience and see how often this is arising in your experience. And think of how, at risk of conflict, you become with this mind that is overly concerned with self interest, the barrier that arises between oneself and others when one is navigating one's life with just one's own welfare in mind. The lack of harmony. This gives rise to finding many faults in those around us. And so many people appearing in a negative light. The self centered mind is the spark of so many of our afflicted states. The envy that we have of others instead of rejoicing at their good fortune. Our intolerance for mistakes. Our inability to restrain our body, speech, and mind with ethics. All of these negativities creating thick veils of obscuration in the mind, preventing the arising of wisdom, blocking our path to liberation. And see if your own experience validates these ways of arguing against the self centered mind, seeing their drawbacks. Try to become firmly convinced of the harm that the self centered mind is causing to you and to others. I think that the mind that cherishes others is able to reverse all of these shortcomings, and that all negative states of mind, attachment, dissatisfaction, anger, they all become less powerful the more the mind can be absorbed in cherishing others. Oneself is the primary beneficiary of such an attitude. I myself become more and more satisfied. My perspective widens. My own problems appear less important. My sense of closeness to others increases. I myself develop a courageous mind, a mind that seeks to be of benefit. And from that perspective, all other beneficial spiritual qualities naturally flow. So, again, here, think of at least moments when you were able to adopt this wider perspective. And compare that in your own direct experience. See if you can validate these benefits. And then generate a strong sense of resolve in the mind that beginning today will make strong effort in practicing seeing others as important and cherishing them. And I will focus more on their well being than I have focused on just getting something positive for myself. Try to absorb the mind in this strong sense of resolve. And then when you're ready, we'll come back together and we'll dedicate to recollect your altruistic motivation and think that by having engaged in this contemplation, you have actualized that motivation, which has generated positive energy in your mind, and think that you freely offer the fruit of your practice, that positive energy, for the benefit of all sentient beings without exception. Thinking strongly when this positive energy ripens, may it serve as a cause and condition to eliminate war and conflict, poverty, famine, disease, disasters, all painful inner and outer conditions. May it fully ripen the minds of all sentient beings. May they quickly meet perfect teachers and arise in the state of full enlightenment. May I too achieve the state of enlightenment, so that I might work for the benefit of sentient beings perfectly. May any obstacles facing the Guru's long life be completely dispelled. And may I and all sentient beings in this moment come under the joyful care and guidance of enlightened beings. May we be guided and protected until we swiftly achieve that state of enlightenment. Thank you.